Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cat Above with Chris. Going for a face shave today, another Canadian soap from Soapy Bathman, and this one is called Storytime. Now the scent on this smells very much like the Wizard's Pipe smoke from Tiki bar soaps. Cherry pipe tobacco, there's a little bit of vanilla. I think there's something else in here, but I'm not sure what it is. Now the label on top, I do like. It does have the maple leaves all around it, pretty much my favourite tree, my favourite sweetening agent, maple syrup. I think the maple tree is awesome, and being from a young age a maple leaves fan, and I just love maple leaves. I think it's an awesome tree. And side label, as you can see there, Soapy Bathman is pretty darn squint, but not much I can do about that. Same on the bottom. The bottom's a little bit, this is little things I pick up on soaps, because soaps are so high quality now. I pick up on everything else that goes round about them. But it's got gentle lather shave soap, soapybathman.ca. It's got all the ingredients there. I don't know where yet that's focused in, so hopefully you can see them and have a read through. But a really nice scent. Now it's a relatively hard soap, not super hard, but it's hard enough. Now it does say, I think, does it say somewhere on here or is it online, probably best to bloom this soap, but I don't bloom any soap. If it can't lather from the tub when it's dry, it's not a good soap in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But let's get stuck in. The brush I'm using today is the Graydog 27mm Omega Boar. Now I have to say I haven't soaked this for very long. I've soaked it for the best part of probably 3 minutes or so. That is what the brush looks like. So that's a 27 Omega brush, that was taken out of an Omega handle and popped into this beautiful bloodwood and spalted oak handle. The spalted oak is from Graydog's backyard. I'm not sure where the bloodwood comes from, but I absolutely love the grain in the bloodwood. It looks phenomenal. And the knot has been broken in quite well, mainly by Graydog himself, while they had it back in his den, sort of re-knotting it for me. So let's just get stuck straight in. This brush still isn't quite 100% broken in, or beyond that it's getting very close. It pretty much every hair now has split, so there's a few still floating around and lingering in there that need to be broken down, but once they split, this brush is going to be really nice. It's got heaps of backbone, but it's not uncomfortable to face lather with anymore like it was in the beginning. Well, I say uncomfortable, it wasn't super uncomfortable, but it wasn't memorable. It was memorable for the wrong reasons in the beginning. Oh, I lost a hair. No, just lost the tip off a hair, so that's not good. It's not great when you start losing the tips off the hairs, because you're losing all those split ends, and you have to really sort of break the hair back in, that fibre itself back in again. So I'm going to give this a reasonably heavy load because I have no idea how this soap is going to perform. I've never used Soapy Bathman before. I'm going to load this brush literally to the point that it's at the base of the knot. As you can see there, it is slowly making its way down now. That way I know there's going to be enough soap in the brush that if the lather's crap, it's the soap, it's not really my lathering technique, hopefully. That's my theory. I have heard that this is a good quality soap, so let's just see how it performs. Now I'm using the Karve razor again today. Someone asked if I could use just a sort of one of your bog standard sort of blades that's not an exceptional blade. Some people like them, some people don't, sort of thing. That's just a bit of soap. So straight off the bat, just from the proto lather that I'm rubbing on my face now, it feels quite creamy, and I think we're going to get a good lather from it. It's pretty slick as well. I'm struggling to get it off my fingers, which is always a good sign for me. So yeah, with the Karve razor today, I'm going to be popping in a Derby blade. Just your bog standard Derby, nothing flash about it. Does exactly what it says in the tin. It's a probably 50-50 blade, whether people like it or not. That's about painting this load on. Right, let's start adding some water. So far this feels like it's going to be a very dense creamy lather. I think we're almost there. Not with the lather, I've not even started yet with painting the water. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, the amount of moisture in there now. You can see that the lather is quite translucent now, so let's go. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that would just shave with that. I mean, that's an incredible little lather just from painting water in. But why settle for second best? Now, tallow and steel have certainly spoiled me because this soap doesn't taste very nice. Just do the tips again. And again. That is a super creamy thick lather. It has a very similar feel on the face to Holy Cow, believe it or not. It's got that really dense, luxurious feel to it. Now, is this a tallow based soap? I'm going to say that it is. By the way, it is tallow based. So, Derby blade, as you can see right there, we'll get that popped into the Karve razor. So this is just your sort of run of the mill, one of the cheapest blades you can buy on the market at the moment, really. So we'll pop that onto the top cap, like so. And we'll slide the bottom cap on to hold the blade. There's literally no wiggle movement, there's hardly any at all. So that's the head assembled now. Let me see, come on, focus. So the head is fully assembled, and then we just slide the handle on, and I mean, it's almost a silent mechanism, sliding them two and together and screwing them together. So that is the blade loaded, the Derby Extra. Is it Derby Extra? Yeah, Derby Extra blade. Dip it in the water, and here we go. Well, shit, that feels freaking awesome. That's a real testament to the Karve razor. I don't know how it does it. The Karve razor just seems to get the best out of any blade you put in it. For me personally, at the moment, this doesn't feel really, if I'm super honest with you, it doesn't feel any different to those really high quality vintage blades. And we're talking about a Derby Extra here. That's just gliding through. I'm getting no drag, I'm getting no tug, no pull, no nothing. It just feels like a high quality, super quality blade that's in there. Now we all know that Darbies are extremely subjective. I haven't had too many issues with Darbies. I have had shit shaves with them, I will say, in different razors. However, in this Karve razor in particular, it's just, it feels like a premium blade. I forgot to say the slickness, the residual slickness on this soap's excellent. Absolutely superb. Right, here we go with the Derby blade across the grain. Now Derby blades aren't a sharp blade in terms of your feathers and things. I can't remember who it was that actually said that it makes the milder blades really shine. And on this use, I would have to 100% agree with it. It's just super smooth. And very impressive for such a cheap blade. The residual slickness is really, really top draw. I'm really impressed with the residual slickness. It's just gliding, it's almost like I've got a whole layer of soap on there. Right, lather number 3. Using the impressive Graydog brush. Really nice. So, not a super thick lather for the last lather, but you don't really need it. This soap is slick enough. You don't even really need this last lather, if I'm honest. I might have to say, crazily enough, that I think this is actually as good as the spoiler. Now I know longevity won't be. But then again, who knows? One thing I will say for sure is that the slickness of the soap is really making it a pleasure. This is super slick stuff, no reaction to the soap at all. It's just really, really good quality soap. I don't know whether this is a current formula. Going from what looks like on the website, the labels and things like that, I would say it most likely is. I don't think they've updated the formula recently. Just a quick Now what I will say about this blade is because it is very metal, I've got a tiny weeper there, you've got no real risk of slicing yourself up as much as you would with a feather or something sharp. Now, if this is the first time you've watched the video, I'm not saying that this blade isn't sharp. Every double-edged blade is sharp in their own right, but the edge that each blade has determines how it cuts and how sharp it really is. So they're all going to be sharp. You're not going to have a blunt double-edged blade really. You just have some with much better edges on them, cleaner edges, finer edges, and that's what determines just how sharp they really are and how efficient they are and how aggressive the blade is. So Derby, for me, would sit in terms of from mild to very, very sharp, would sit pretty much on the mild section of double-edged razor blades. So the fact that I've managed to plough through a shave with it and it feel like a very, very sharp blade is quite an impressive feat. And the only thing I can really put that down to is the quality of the razor, because I haven't used a Derby blade and had such a good shave from it before. I really haven't. I've had good shaves, but I haven't had a great shave, and that was a great shave from a cheap sort of, in the bigger scheme of things, an average blade to most people. And even to me, it would still be deemed an average blade, but after that showing, it's definitely moved up in my estimations. I'm really impressed with it. Excellent, excellent shave. Post-shave feel from the Soapy Bathman, I can't grumble with it. It feels really, really nice. No irritation. It's obviously quite high in sort of skin food stuff. Let me see what's in here. Yeah, the only thing I will say is this is using all the sort of chemical names. So it's got similar sort of ingredients to what you get in most artisan soaps at the moment. Not the flash ones with all the donkey milk and all that, but your basic sort of tallow based soaps. Yeah, no, I'm really, yeah, beautiful. Really impressed. That was a stunning shave, it really was. I was really impressed with that. Now, I picked a scent today to go with it, the Splash, and I'm going with Moyle Grooming. Come on, focus this time. There we go. It didn't focus yesterday. Moyle Grooming Wild Flowers Aftershave, so let's give that a hell of a shake without throwing it and smashing it on the floor. And this is a lovely scent. You get lavender, there's, do you know, I don't know what else is in there if I'm honest, but I do get a good kick of lavender, and I do quite like the scent of real lavender essential oil, not this sort of cheaper, shitty lavender. But this smells lovely. So 1, 2, 3, 3 splashes. That instant burn from the alcohol. Stunning. It's a simply stunning range of aftershave splashes. The skin food in it is phenomenal. And that scent, I'm not a floral lover, I have to say. I'm not a big floral lover. I've never have been. I'm not really into it, but for some reason what Sean's done with this, as I was saying, what Sean's done with this is he's made a floral scent that's, I mean, all of his scents are pretty much unisex if I'm honest, other than probably Marlowe Wood. I think that would struggle for a woman. It's quite a very manly, woody scent. Shouldn't really say that these days, it's about equal opportunities and all that, but this one It does have a sort of slightly cologne tinge through it, not much. It is still a very floral scent, but it's just stunning. And you can really feel the moisture. You can't use more, in my opinion, than 3 good splashes in your hand. They were pretty good splashes. Beforehand they were a little bit small, so I gave it 3 good splashes. If you use too much of this stuff, it will grease your skin up, I'll guarantee it, because there's so much skin food in this splash that you'll end up with greasy skin. And that's not really what you're aiming for, because you'll end up with ingrowns and spots and clogging all your pores and stuff. So you just want to get pretty much that 3 splash amount, or 5 small splash amount, just to give you the right amount. And the scent, it's there. It's a good scent strength. It's a good 6 or a 7 scent strength on all 4 splashes that you sent over of its whole range. It would be interesting to see whether Sean would actually bring out an unscented version, just for those people out there that want all that skin food but want to then match it with a favourite cologne or something, because other than the lime scent will fade a little bit quicker, but these scents do last or do linger. So if you don't want to run around smelling like a bouquet of flowers, you're going to have to really cake yourself in your favourite spray or cologne to try and knock that scent in the head straight away. So it's not a downside by any means, but it's just obviously, I think an unscented one would give people the option of using it for its skin food as well. And to be honest, I don't think there'd be a massive difference in price. So it's really just for the unscented version of it. But I don't know whether that's something Sean's thought about or is looking at. I don't think he has to really look at it. He's got 4 scents there that work with pretty much any scent range across a broad spectrum of scents. So just high quality product it is, from a really top gentleman. Soapy Bathman, story time. Exceptional soap, performs really, really well. It smells excellent. It really does smell great. It's got that cherry tobacco scent, a little bit of vanilla through it. Scent strength out of the tub's around about a 4 or 5, and it sits around about that when you actually lather up. It's a really nice scented, well performing soap with shit tons of slickness. There's not much bad I can say. In fact, I can't say anything bad about it other than the labels, really. The label in the front is spot on centre, but as you can see just round the top out here. Now this is obviously a small time, not a small time, but probably a family business or something. So you can see there a bit of the white round the outside of that label there, where the printer has just been a little bit off centre. The labels are waterproof, which is great, or water resistant. The same with the bottom and side ones. These ones are like a plastic coating, so I'm assuming these will be water resistant as well. I'm really impressed. It's a glycerin and tallow based soap, so it's not something you see too often, glycerin and tallow based, but I'm really impressed with that. Post shave feels amazing. The Karve razor. Now, there's not much more I can say about this razor. It is a phenomenal razor. If you want to get one, grab one. You just have to be prepared to wait quite a while for it. It's getting better. I believe he's got all the parts made and he's in surplus of parts at the moment in terms of top caps, base caps or safety bars, and the handles he's in surplus to what orders he's got. It's the bead blasting that's taking the time in the final inspections at the moment. So I reckon within the next 2 weeks to 4 weeks, I think he'll be on top of it all, and then hopefully be moving on to stainless and titanium, which he has been in the process of working with over the last sort of month to month and a half, trying to get things going. But I can't wait for stainless and titanium, to be honest with you. I really cannot wait to see what he does with it and how it looks in the stainless and titanium versions. But yeah, just it's a superb razor. Paired up today with a Derby Extra, which had someone put that in that razor and I shaved with it, I would have said it was a premium, high quality, top of the range blade that you're paying the same price as Feathers, Kai blades and vintage blades. I would have put it in that bracket. It was super smooth, super comfortable, sharp. It felt great. I cannot fault that blade in this razor. It has made a mild, average blade feel like a super premium, expensive, sharp blade. So hats off to Chris over at Karve. He's made a razor that can make a blade shine, whether it's a good blade or a crap blade. I haven't put a blade in this razor yet that hasn't felt great. I have to say that. The brush, sorry, I've just bypassed the brush. The Graydog, come on, focus. 27mm Omega Boar in this beautiful spalted oak and bloodwood handle. It is an absolutely stunning, it's a work of art really. I'm really impressed. I love the shape of it. It feels comfortable in the hand. It's got a good bit of weight to it for wood. It's well balanced and that knot is really settling in there. It feels great. There's a few hairs in there still giving a bit of scritch and scratch, but over time they'll break down and I'll get the tip split and it'll just feel like a really dense backboney cloud. But yeah, superb brush. I'm finishing off today with moil grooming, wildflowers, and denatured alcohol, organic witch hazel, vegetable glycerin, aloe vera juice, jojoba oil, fractionated coconut oil, castor oil, liquid lanolin, grapefruit seed oil, and essential oils. There is the ingredients list right there that I've just read. It is skin food, off the charts, amazing skin food. I cannot talk highly enough about it. I don't react to it. I get a lovely burn, that initial zing of burn from the alcohol. It is a very quick dissipation of burn. It's like burn, gone. You just get that initial little zing of it, and then you're just left with what I can only describe as the softest, probably the softest feeling skin I've ever had after a shave. It just, however it works, very similar to tallow and steel. It's got that sort of feel. This, for me, personally, is just ever so slightly better than tallow and steel's post-shave feel from the splash, but they're very similar. It's just super hydrated, super soft, it's just superb. I can't talk it up enough. And he's onto a real good thing in it. He's a really nice guy, all handmade in Canada, as is this soap. The brush was pretty much handmade over in America, and the razor's handmade in Canada as well. So I have been looking at Spiffo Man, looking to maybe try and pick up a Canadian brush, and Karve also make brushes as well. Chris makes brushes as well. So I might look into that. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go with it, or whether I'll get a Canadian brush or not. But the likelihood is I probably will, so I can do an all Canadian shave, because every other Canadian product I have has been top notch. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next shave. Cheers.